Bet you know what this is.
Oh, it's a dicey soap.
It's a childhood classic.
Wow.
Fun times with dough. Now an Arvada company called the Dough Source is putting a new twist on the old standby.
We are all about making modeling dough, scented and unscented, and aromatherapy dough, which we think is a powerful tool for kids and adults alike.
Its Da Vinci aromatherapy line includes soothing vanilla orange.
It smells like a creamsicle, but it really helps people to calm down and to focus and to relax.
Then there's invigorating lemon ginger.
A mental refresher, if you will.
And rosemary mint.
Which is one of those that, helps you wake up and gets you really going.
The modeling dough comes in 6 cheerful colors, unscented or scented.
Lemon for yellow, cherry for red, tutti frutti for green, grape for purple, blueberry blue, and orangey orange.
The Dough Source is a family venture.
The dough master here is my husband, Ted. He is the founder of the company, but he is also the expert on making dough.
We start with flour and salt and water and oil, and we put it together in a mixer, and it mixes it up, and we pull it out of the mixer. When the dough is done, it's really warm. It comes out between 148, 160 degrees.
Ted designed a special table to roll and measure the dough. It's a real workout, but Ted just rolls with it. Pun intended, of course.
Rolling the dough is really kind of therapeutic, and it sounds crazy. It's hard work, but working the dough just really calms me down.
Specialized cutters pop out just the right amount to go into each container.
When things are busy and we need help, the first place we look are our children. We have our son David, who's 10, and Sarah, who's 12, and they are great workers, and they've been a great asset.
They move fast. Dough is mixed in 50-pound batches from scratch and made to order. No stockpiling.
When we're doing 1-pound tubs, we make about 1,500 pounds a day. Our record is 4,900 pounds in a day. We know we can do a lot more if we would just mechanize a couple little things, but for what we have, we can push a lot of dough really fast.
The Dough Source launched in 2009 after Ted's career in education management led him to working with classroom supplies, including dough used in preschool settings.
And as I watched them form letters and form words and look at number sense and everything that goes with it, I thought this is one of the most underutilized tools in the education market right now. And I got bit by the entrepreneurial bug and thought, let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can make this happen.
With their modeling dough sold through educational catalogs, it's now found in hundreds of classrooms around the country and internationally. That's a lot of dough. But running a dough business is anything but child's play.
It's the entrepreneurial roller coaster, and there's days that it feels great, and there's days you want to throw up and all that.
Still, at the end of the day, it's rewarding.
You can see that you're getting something accomplished, which I really love.
Aside from the fun factor of dough, there is a serious side, especially in the aromatherapy lines, where touch and smell combine as a great sensory tool for all ages.
We've used it with kids with ADD, ADHD, and it's helped them to focus and to calm down and to keep going forward.
And with millions of us tied to computers for work and pleasure, Ted and Lori say aromatherapy dough helps counteract what some call screen apnea. Then there's all that right brain, left brain science.
Your right side of your brain controls the left side of your body, and the left side of your body controls the right side of your brain.
The right side is always spinning with reminders about things to do and can hamper the ability to effectively read or study, says Ted.
And if you could calm it down by putting something in your left hand, like a chunk of dough, and working that with your left hand, that calms the right side of your brain so the left side can focus on what it needs to do.
What makes the Dough Source products better than those other guys?
A couple of things. We take great pride in the fact that we use all food grade ingredients. So we source from restaurant and bakery suppliers, and we're also proud to be made in the USA.
Aside from modeling dough and aromatherapy dough, a third business line offers custom packaging so clients can put their own name on the dough. The Dough Source is steadily growing and happy to be doing it from their small warehouse in Arvada.
The resources here are just unbelievable.
We love it even more that it really does make a difference for people, and that's why we're in business.
called hooping.
Hooping has really become a popular thing in recent years, and a lot of people are getting paid gigs or even making a living just off of hoop performance.
And here at Astral Hoops in Arvada, these colorful LED hoops are spinning a success story. Owners BJ and Steph Naletti say it all began when they were gifted a couple of hoops in 2007.
We fell in love instantly and really enjoyed hooping, so then I immediately started working on an LED hoop because I have a background in electrical engineering and I wanted to see what I could do. And so I made my first LED hoop that I made was sequencing, so the lights went around in a circle, and I don't think there was really anything like that at the time.
Someone suggested he should make them for a living, so he and wife Steph decided to give it a whirl.
We were in BJ and Steph's living room, packed in there with folding tables and irons. A lot of us, sometimes 8 people at a time in a living room, like making hula hoops, and it was fun.
But the business soon outgrew their Tucson, Arizona living room. Now located in Arvada, they employ 10 people at their 3,600 square foot facility and ship products around the globe.
Yeah, we try to avoid the suits and ties thing. We want our job to be fun. It's a lot of work, but at the same time, we always try to keep it interesting and allow people to have their own creativity. A lot of people, we all dye our hair and just do fun things that you might not be able to do in a normal business.
But even a fun business has its challenges.
Definitely not easy to start a company, especially one that is different, that doesn't really have a predefined formula that you can do. But we've been in business for a little over 5 years now, and we've just slowly been growing, since then. And things get a little easier as it goes, and you get a little bit more established and kind of figure things out a bit more.
Their most popular hoop is the Atomic Hoop.
The Atomic Hoop is programmable. It's got 165 modes built in. You can also get your computer, design your own modes, load them in, share them over the internet. So that's kind of been our flagship hoop since the beginning, and very popular.
It's not your dime store hula hoop. The Atomic Hoop retails for up to $400.
Everything is made by hand here. We build the circuits, we put it all together. It takes quite a while to make each one of our products.
Astral Hoops can turn out 25 or 30 hoops a week.
Astral Hoops is very well known for our customer service. We place a lot of emphasis on taking very good care of our customers. If there is ever a problem that they need fixed, we just want them to be extremely happy with our products. So our service department has a quick turnaround time, and we're very attentive to our customers' needs.
Another popular product is the wand. Hoopsmith Jay Burkhart, who's been with Astral Hoops since their living room days, says it's his favorite, but he had to learn how to use it to make it. These days,
I'm very enamored with it. So I rarely go out without it. It is an old vaudevillian magic trick called the dancing cane. It's been repopularized by Flow Toys as the Flow Wand. It's like a rod that's mounted on a swivel and finger loop just above the center of balance to mimic a magic-like levitation effect.
the wand and the hoop are part of the so-called flow arts, with hooping leading the current trend. So where do hoopers hoop?
As hooping's become more popular, there has been a number of events that have sprung up.
From hoop camps to spin summits, they are everywhere. There's even a World Hoop Day.
One great thing about hooping is it's really spawned a whole community of people that like hooping. So we really enjoy being a part of that. We vend at different flow festivals around the country.
And exactly what is hooping anyway? A sport? An art form? All of the above and more.
Hooping is definitely a performance art. People make money doing it. It's also something just for fun. It's a dance.
People do it for a multitude of different reasons, including a release or a meditation or just for fun. Anybody can hoop.
A lot of times people will say, I can't hoop, so we'll hand them a hoop and we'll show them how to do it, and then they'll start hooping like, oh, I can hoop. And that's what's something so great about it. Some people have gotten extremely good at hooping and you watch them and you're like, wow, I can never be like that. But everybody can do it on some level, and people can really surprise themselves with what they can learn.
So if you decide to give it a whirl, just be prepared. Taking a turn with an LED hoop from Astral Hoops might just turn your world upside down in the best way possible. From its Mother's Milk Bank, to its Patient and Family Assistance Program, to its Stink Bug Project, the Rocky Mountain Children's Health Foundation in East Arvada makes a difference in the lives of thousands of infants and children each year.
Our largest and perhaps most well-known program is our Mother's Milk Bank.
In fact, it's the largest one in North America.
The concept behind a Mother's Milk Bank is to provide human donor milk to babies, primarily premature babies in neonatal intensive care units, life-saving milk when their own moms can't provide that donor milk.
In 2014 alone, they processed 545,000 ounces of donor milk. Incredible when you realize that just 1 ounce can be critical for a 1-pound baby.
1 ounce of donor human milk can provide nutrition for that baby for 24 hours. So it does literally save lives.
Donor milk comes from the moms who produce more than their own child needs.
So they see it building up in their freezer and they realize that their milk could make a difference for others. It's completely altruistic reasons that they donate it.
Donors are screened and undergo blood tests.
In fact, we are more stringent than blood banking. We don't allow many medications, for example, that blood banking does allow.
Once approved for the program, donor milk is shipped overnight on dry ice to the Arvada lab, which is unique among milk banks because of its clean room rating.
Our laboratory is ISO 7 certified, which means we have a very low particulate level in the air. This means that our product is being treated very cleanly, there's very low contamination levels, so that the final product is as clean as we can possibly get it.
Upon arrival, it is pooled with other mom's milk to even out the fat content and other factors.
At this point, our employees are working on preparing the product for pasteurization. We typically pasteurize 3,200 ounces per day. So that's about 850 of these little bottles that you see.
Once pasteurized to kill viruses and bacteria, donor milk is flash cooled and frozen while awaiting another test before distribution.
We do test every lot that we produce for bacillus, so we do have to make sure that our microbial testing comes back negative before we will distribute the milk.
Once cleared, it's packed with dry ice to be shipped overnight all over the country.
We provide milk to over 130 hospitals in 27 states, from Alaska to Florida. The vast majority of our milk, about 90%, goes to hospitals for those very small, most fragile infants. About 40% of the milk that we send out to hospitals and to babies all stays within Colorado. So while we are located here and why we have a national reach, our goal is to provide milk to every baby in Colorado that needs that milk.
While the Foundation's Milk Bank is its largest program, it also has a Patient and Family Assistance Program, which may help with things as simple as diapers.
Our foundation is just over 5 years old. So when we started, we started helping about 140 families a year. And last year we helped over 1,880 families and are on track this year to be over 2,000.
The foundation also administers grants to other nonprofits.
Grants can range from very small grants of a few $100s up to a maximum of $25,000, and we will give out about $250,000 in grants to other organizations that also support pediatric patients in our region.